In the quiet hush of a rain-soaked cemetery, where the world seemed to blur into shades of gray, a single dad named Alex knelt before his wife's grave, his shoulders shaking with silent sobs. The headstone read, "Elena Ramirez, beloved wife and mother, gone too soon." It had been 2 years since cancer stole her away, leaving him with their 5-year-old daughter, Mia, and a mountain of grief that felt impossible to climb. But today, on what would have been their 10th anniversary, the dam finally broke. Tears streamed down his face as he whispered, "How do I do this without you, Elena? Mia needs you. I need you." Little did he know, a stranger in the shadows was watching, and her simple act of kindness was about to rewrite his shattered life. If this story tugs at your heart already, hit that like button and subscribe for more tales that remind us miracles can happen when we least expect them. You won't want to miss what's next. Alex wiped his eyes with the sleeve of his worn jacket, the one Elena had bought him on their last vacation. He was a mechanic by trade, working long hours at a small garage in the suburbs of Chicago, barely scraping by on bills and daycare costs. Mia was his light, with her curly hair just like her mom's and a laugh that could melt the coldest day. But lately, the darkness had crept in. The house was falling apart, leaky roof, unpaid medical debts from Elena's treatment stacking up like accusations. He'd skipped meals to ensure Mia had enough, and the isolation of single parenthood weighed on him like an anchor. "I'm failing her," he muttered to the grave, clutching a wilted bouquet he'd picked from the neighbor's yard. "I'm failing us both." As the rain picked up, drumming softly on the leaves overhead, Alex didn't notice the sleek black limousine pulling up at the cemetery's edge. Out stepped a woman in her mid-40s, elegant in a tailored coat that screamed quiet wealth. Her name was Victoria Langford, a tech billionaire who'd built an empire from a single app that revolutionized online education. But beneath the Forbes covers and TED Talks, Victoria carried her own scars. Orphaned young, she'd clawed her way up, amassing billions but never filling the void of lost family. She visited graves often, not for anyone specific, but to remember the fragility of life. Today, something drew her here, a pull she couldn't explain. Victoria approached quietly, her heels sinking slightly into the mud. She carried a vibrant arrangement of white lilies and roses, fresh from her private greenhouse. Seeing Alex's raw vulnerability, she hesitated. Men like him, strong on the outside, crumbling within, reminded her of her late father, who'd hidden his pain until it consumed him. Without a word, she placed the flowers beside his wilted ones, their petals a stark contrast against the somber stone. "I'm sorry for your loss," she said softly, her voice carrying a warmth that cut through the chill. Alex looked up, startled, his red-rimmed eyes meeting hers. Who are you?" he stammered, embarrassment flushing his cheeks. He wasn't used to kindness from strangers, life had taught him to expect pity at best. "Just someone who understands," Victoria replied, her gaze steady. "Loss like this, it changes everything. But sometimes, a small gesture can start the healing." She turned to leave, but paused. "If you ever need help, look me up. Victoria Langford." With that, she slipped a business card into his hand and vanished into the rain, her limo gliding away like a ghost. Back home that evening, Alex stared at the card while Mia colored at the kitchen table. "Daddy, why are you sad?" she asked, her big eyes full of concern. He forced a smile. "Just missing Mommy, sweetie. But hey, let's make pancakes for dinner." As Mia giggled, he Googled Victoria's name on his cracked phone screen. Articles flooded in: self-made billionaire revolutionizes learning, Langford donates millions to cancer research. His heart skipped. This wasn't a prank, she was real. But why him? Why now? Tossing the card aside, he pushed it from his mind. Strangers didn't change lives, that was for fairy tales. Days turned into weeks, and the challenges mounted. Mia's school called, she was falling behind, acting out in class. "She needs stability, Mr. Ramirez," the teacher said gently. Then the garage laid him off, slow season, his boss apologized. Bills piled up, and the roof finally caved during a storm, flooding the living room. Alex hit rock bottom, sleeping on the couch with Mia in his arms, whispering promises he wasn't sure he could keep. In desperation, he dialed the number on Victoria's card. "Hello?" Her voice was calm, unsurprised. "This is Alex, from the cemetery. I don't know why I'm calling, but I need help." The words tumbled out, the grief, the debt, the fear of losing Mia to social services if things got worse. Victoria listened without interruption. "Meet me tomorrow at my office," she said. "Bring Mia." The next day, Alex and Mia entered the gleaming skyscraper of Langford Innovations, feeling out of place amid the marble and suits. Victoria greeted them warmly, her office a haven of books and family photos, none of her own, he noticed. "Alex, I've been where you are, alone, fighting for survival," she shared. "My parents died when I was Mia's age. I built this to prove pain doesn't define us." Over coffee, she outlined a plan. First, she'd cover the medical debts and home repairs through her foundation. But it wasn't charity, she saw potential in Alex. "You're a mechanic. We need innovators for our electric vehicle prototypes. Start as an apprentice, full benefits, flexible hours for Mia. For Mia, scholarships to a top preschool with counseling. And therapy for you both," Victoria added. "Grief isn't something you bury, it's something you carry and learn from." Alex balked. "Why me? You don't even know us." "Because I saw myself in you that day," she confessed. "And because Elena's story, I looked it up. She fought so hard. Let me honor that by helping you fight too." The transition wasn't easy. Alex's pride stung at first, accepting help from a mysterious billionaire. Co-workers whispered, calling him the charity case. Mia had tantrums, missing the old routine. And Victoria? She faced her own demons, opening up about her isolation. Late-night talks with Alex revealed her vulnerability. Billions couldn't buy connection. In him, she found a friend, honest, grounded. Challenges deepened the bond. When Mia's school project on Family Heroes triggered Alex's panic attacks, Victoria stepped in, sharing her story. "Heroes aren't perfect," she told Mia. "They're the ones who keep going." Together, they rebuilt the house, turning it into a home again. Alex excelled at work, his ideas improving battery efficiency, earning promotions. But the real resolution came on Elena's birthday. They visited the grave as a trio, Alex, Mia, and Victoria. No tears this time, just stories. Mia placed flowers, giggling as she recounted her mom's favorite jokes. Alex turned to Victoria. "You flipped my world, you know that? Not with money, but with hope." Victoria smiled, tears in her eyes. "You did the same for me. I was alone until I placed those flowers." As they walked away, hand in hand with Mia between them, Alex realized life wasn't about erasing pain, but weaving it into something stronger. Love lost could lead to love found, in friends, in purpose, in second chances. And so, dear viewers, if this tale of heartbreak turned to healing moved you, remember, kindness can change everything. Like this video if it inspired you, subscribe for more stories that prove miracles are real, and share with someone who needs a reminder that they're not alone. What's your biggest comeback story? Drop it in the comments. Let's build a community of hope together.